Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about E3 for just a quick moment, and I just wanted to go over what all was announced specifically from Sony, because that's the one that I was most excited for personally. We got to see things like Death Stranding, Spider-Man, Neo 2, Ghosts of Tsushima, Control, and The Last of Us Part 2. I don't even know how I forgot The Last of Us Part 2. It's one of the ones I'm most excited for. But we got to see gameplay for all of those. The difference between that and E3 and Square Enix was that we really got to see the way these games look when you're playing them. It's so great. We got to see VR titles that are coming, regular, good old PlayStation gameplay. I'm really excited to see these games and get a hold of them and play them. Death Stranding looks amazing. It looks so cool. I'm really excited for E3 this year. I didn't think I would be. I actually just got done watching like the whole thing through and through. Yeah, I don't know. I've got a video coming up, or either it's already released, depending on when I get this one done and out, that mentions Black Ops 4 and how it was rumored that it wasn't going to have a season pass. It does. It's called a Black Ops Pass. There's details around that. I don't really care. I'm no longer really looking forward to Call of Duty Black Ops that much, to be completely honest, which is a little disappointing, given how much I've loved Call of Duty games in the past. But there's so many other games that looks so much better in so many more ways than Call of Duty. So yeah, Battlefield 5 says that all of their DLC content, their maps, will be free. Black Ops 4, no longer the case. They're going to be doing a season pass for zombies, as we know and have seen and has been rumored or whatever, and then they're also going to have the Black Ops Pass. But what's cool is they are having a bunch of maps return that are back in black from Black Ops 1 and 2. Those do look pretty cool, but I'm just not super excited for those. Spider-Man gameplay is another thing that we got to see, which looks really cool. And we finally got to see Webhead swing around and do his thing. There were moments where the game admittedly didn't look amazing, but I'm not expecting flawless graphics. I'm really just looking for the experience of being Spider-Man. That's all I really want from this game. If it looks good while doing it, that's a bonus. It looks like there's some betrayal going on in the main trailer that we got. We saw Scorpion, Rhino, Mr. Negative, Shocker. I think it was either Shocker or there's one other electric villain that I always mix up. Vulture was in there. We're getting all these iconic villains right off the bat. So I'm really excited for that too. Ghosts of Tsushima looks amazing. I don't know how to really describe the art style because it's somewhere between artistic and realism. And it blew me away, honestly. There's this field of wheat blowing in the wind, and it just looks incredible. Your character, who is a samurai, rides through it on horseback, comes in, sees all these people running in terror, comes across these three people. There's so much to this trailer to unravel, and it looks so incredible. Oh man, there's so much about the game that looks so cool. That game in particular makes me really excited to explore feudal Japan. And I've never even been into feudal Japan in general, so really excited to see where that takes us and how that game plays out, because it just looks so good. It's gorgeous. It is an absolute gem of a game as far as visuals go. Not really sure about gameplay yet, but the fighting did look incredibly smooth. Another game that we saw with the Xbox and the Microsoft E3 presentation was Fallout 76, and I did want to touch on that really quickly, just to say that the game looks really cool. The concept behind it excites me in a way, because the way they set it up is you are the first people in 300 years. Yeah, I think it's 300 years after the nuclear devastation that hits the US, to go out and explore this world and start to rebuild. But you're not the only one. You and hundreds and thousands of others that were living in the vault with you also went out to explore. And those others are going to be actual players, which is exciting, but also concerning. We've never seen a Fallout or Bethesda game, really, except for The Elder Scrolls Online, which was poorly received and not very well done. But we've never seen a Bethesda game go this hard on online, and they're doing it with Fallout now, which makes me wonder what Elder Scrolls 6 is going to look like. But Fallout 76, I don't know. They mentioned that you can play solo. I don't know if that means there's going to be a single player and a multiplayer, and you can switch between the two and have two different profiles. But they also took a shot in a way at Ark. If you don't know what Ark is, dinosaurs you create a character every server, but the point is, they mentioned that there are no servers when you join up. You just play the game, and you keep the same character, same progression, no matter who you're playing with. Kind of feels like a shot at Ark a little bit in like a light, fun way, because in Ark, every server you join, you create a new character, and I'm sure that's the case with other games as well. I think that's the case with Rust. But yeah, it's kind of sounded like Rust Fallout, which I like Rust. I had fun playing it. I'll probably go back and play it eventually. I don't know that I was wanting the next Fallout I play to be like that, but we've also seen it sort of progress in this direction naturally. It's becoming a little more casual. It's becoming a little more online. We've seen that sort of begin to happen as soon as the building aspect was brought into it. So, I mean, really, this was a natural evolution for the game series. The OG fans may or may not be okay with it, but this will definitely introduce newer fans into the franchise, which is pretty exciting. Some new blood entering into this series of games, potentially, and it has the potential to, I think they said, to be supported for years to come, which is pretty cool. So we'll just have to see how Fallout 76 goes. There's a lot of potential for it, but there's also a really big risk here, which is always kind of exciting. For us, for the game company itself, it's probably a little nerve-wracking, but for us, it's very exciting because at most, we lose $60 on a game that we didn't really care for, so we just trade it in. I'm excited for it either way because worst case, I don't really enjoy it that much, and I have tons of other games to play. I think that covers everything for E3, honestly. I'm really pumped right now. I'm gonna have a hard time getting to sleep now. It's almost 12 o'clock where I am, Eastern Standard Time, so I don't know, let me know what you guys think about E3, because I have been keeping up with it closer this year than I have any year in the past, and I'm really excited for the games that are coming. And I just want to say that, honestly, I think Sony had the best press conference of anyone yet. I feel like Microsoft had the most spectacle, but Sony was the most game-oriented. They really showed you what these games are, how they played, and what they played like, and they even went over that in the beginning, saying that they weren't going to cover such a wide gambit as much as they were going to go deep into these experiences of games that we may or may not have already been familiar with. So yeah, I wanted to say that, wanted to get my opinions out there on it, see if you guys are excited about any of these games as well, and what games in particular you're excited about. I know that there was something about Halo Infinite, I've not really looked into that. I don't have an Xbox, don't plan on owning one anytime soon, but a new Halo game does sound interesting. So with that, I'm going to close out with, if you are a subscriber and you're coming back to this video, thank you, love you the most. If you want, you can drop a like on the video. I would greatly appreciate that as well. If you haven't subscribed yet and you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe while you're here, because there's a lot of gaming related stuff going on, a potential music video down the road in the future. We'll see if that pans out or not, or if I decide to release it on the channel, I don't know, we'll see. But also, if you didn't like E3 this year, if you're not excited about any of these games coming up, if you didn't like this video, feel free to dislike. But if you do, fuck you, and as always, be sure to enjoy yourselves. And until the next video or live stream, because I tend to do a little bit of both, stay frosty and stay humble.